Hello everyone, Ryan here. So I'm getting ready to watch this, The Lazarus Effect. Stars Olivia Wilde. Not really sure who else it stars. Looked pretty cool, pretty interesting. Only thing I know is Olivia Wilde's character dies and she's brought back to life. And then she starts to turn evil or something like that. So, yeah. It's not that old. I mean, I think it came out like in 2012 or 2013. I mean, I don't know, unless you consider a movie that's 4 or 5 years old very old. I really don't, but yeah, so hope it doesn't suck. If it does, that's why I got some beers here. So yeah, I'm gonna go watch it and then come back and talk about it. Okay, so I just finished watching this Lazarus Effect, starring Olivia Wilde, and it was actually slightly better than I expected. Olivia Wilde's character, she's part of this like weird experiment in which they experiment on pigs and dogs and other animals and bring them back to life, and all in an effort to, I guess, like aid in, I guess, like the recovery process, or to help like when surgeons operate on people, and to help essentially like give them like some kind of breathing room when it comes to operating on certain, I guess, high risk patients or something like that. And of course they're able to do so with the aid of this like serum, some kind of serum that, I guess, not exactly sure what it does because it's not really explained thoroughly, but this like serum that, I guess, boosts the brain's capacity to produce a certain amount of DMT. And of course, during the moment of death, and DMT, of course, is a very complex kind of chemical that the human brain, and not only that, but like pretty much all brains produce naturally, but during the moment of death, I guess, most brains produce, I guess, like a surplus, like an enormous amount of DMT. And that's where you have, people who, I guess, people who are on their deathbeds, like that's what most people claim to experience, like feelings of being in like some kind of state of heaven or nirvana or hell, or torture, which to me it definitely makes sense. I mean, there's a lot of I guess you could say scientific scientific kind of jargon throughout this movie. But it's not so much that, like, you become disinterested, but for me, it made me want to learn a little more about things like DMT and what happens to the human brain, you know, during the last few minutes before it, I guess, signs out or, you know, becomes non-functional. And so, I mean, essentially, you know, Olivia Wilde's character, she dies unexpectedly, and then she's brought back to life by her fiance. And then I think pretty much is like, because of the chemical that's used, she then is able to access like much more than 10% of her brain. And because of that, she's able to project these different images and make everyone else who's a part of the team, like, you know, believe that they've been pulled into like her own personal, I guess, quote unquote hell. And but it's very interesting. Definitely very, obviously much more of a psychological kind of thriller than anything else. Yeah, I was actually pleasantly surprised by it. And I do recommend watching it, especially if you're into unique kind of psychological thrillers. And that the ending itself surprised me. I don't know if there was a sequel in the works or if they already made some kind of sequel. But yeah, the way it ends, it definitely makes sense that they should have some kind of sequel. And all in all, I definitely give it, give it like 8 out of 10. Or like 8.5, 8.5, but definitely solid 8 out of 10. And yeah, I don't know what else to say about it without giving away too much of the story and or the ending. And but yeah, definitely check it out, especially if you're, you know, again, if you're into psychological thrillers with a cool twist. So, yeah, that'll do for my review of the Lazarus Effect. Thanks for watching. As always, till next time, keep it real, keep on rocking, and peace.